Bill recovered fully, from what I hear. He was hurt even worse than me, but the guy went back to jumping as soon as he was able. My first trigger came when I was still in the stretcher, hearing the nurse say parachute incident. Then it hit me. I fell from the bloody sky, tears flooded my eyes, and the nurses ran over with drugs. Despite years of therapy, PTSD still plays a massive part in my life. I am in a constant state of readiness, fearful that I could encounter danger at any moment. Triggers happen daily, often without warning, and can come in many forms with differing levels of severity. Getting startled is the most common trigger. People at work will knock on the door, and I'll jump straight out of my chair. I even get a scare when I unexpectedly see my reflection. Heights are the big one. I can barely stand on a second-story balcony without shaking like jelly. And then fears skydiving itself. Even hearing the word crippled me for years. I'd become powerless when I saw any hint of skydiving. It could be on TV, or in a picture, it didn't matter what form. My flashbacks are so vivid that it's like I'm really reliving the incident. I feel the wind, I hear the parachute flailing, I see the earth getting closer and closer. Then in nightmares. I'd heard of night terrors before, of course, but I never knew it could become a full-blown disorder. Now, terror wrecked my ability to sleep. The nightmares were catastrophic. Visions of my skydive, replayed over and over again. Eventually those nightmares shifted to other forms of death. I'd wake up hysterically screaming and yelling, with no idea where I was. Mom would have to rush to my aid and comfort me. The disorder riddled me with insomnia. I rarely slept. Before all of this, I was hitting my peak. I had just turned 22 and was ready to move out of my parents' place and into the city for the first time in my life, a big deal for a country boy like me. I was a month into a new job. During the 4 months of physical recovery, my body healed, but my mind fell apart. I slipped into depression almost straight away. I stayed in my room at my parents' place and hardly ever left. I shut myself off from family members and would yell at my parents if they tried to comfort me. I refused to see my friends and didn't post anything on social media. I was a recluse. I spent my days lying in bed, trying to numb the pain with intense medication. I felt hopeless and doomed. I didn't recognize myself. To go from life of the party to the walking dead destroyed my soul. Living even one more second didn't seem worth it. I knew my family and friends would be devastated, but better they have me dead than go on dealing with my problems. Being alive meant being a burden. My plan was simple: bomb a crazy amount of Andin and OxyContin and peacefully slip away. I got up in the middle of the night and made my way to the bathroom. The pills were behind a mirrored medicine cabinet, and as I reached for them, I saw my reflection. I got a fright from seeing the unrecognizable man staring back at me. I was disheveled and gaunt. I wasn't Brad Guy at all. I was a stranger. That's when I gave myself a second chance. Why not? The old Brad was already dead. I never did return to that job it started. My boss and the HR manager informed me that I had been made redundant. But I took refuge in my bedroom and sought some YouTube therapy. I spent all the redundancy cash on camera equipment, and I got filming straight away. It's not a job, but I haven't looked back. I'm finally in a place where I can talk about my past. If you are struggling, it's not permanent. When you've fallen as far as you can go, you can still rise back up. At least a little bit. Ryan Menezes is an editor and interviewer here at Cracked. Follow him on Twitter for stuff cut from this article and other things no one should see. Love Cracked? Want exclusive content? Prefer an ad-free experience? We've got you covered. Sign up for our subscription service for all that and more. Also check out the gruesome truth about getting shot, a first-hand account, and I was burned alive by an angry mob. Here's my story. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out 4 people who are the superheroes of not giving a f at K, and watch other videos you won't see on the site. Follow our new Picked Effects Facebook page, and we'll follow you everywhere.